Hello, hello. Going live. Okay. All right. I'll wait for you guys to start coming in, and you are. Hello. Easy, Neku, Kriya, Iona. Okay, so guys, I haven't seen you for a while. I know for the last 6 months I've been out of action, but I've been spending time for myself, and what a great time I had. I'll tell you all about it. So I have, you know what, the first thing that I've noticed, coming back to this, I haven't done Instagram Live for a while, so I'm coming back to it. There's so many different filters. I'm like, what? And I start flicking through each of them just for fun. And you don't even look like yourself anymore. It's like, what is going on? Why are we trying to be something else and somebody else? And always, there's so many roles and so many things to play. We get lost in it. That's where my question is about these master classes. From you to real you. Who is the real you? If you find out who is the real you, if you know who is your real you, then the you that you create and you have fun with, and you can look everything you like without wrinkles, the younger, this and that, and filters, and you can play with it because you know who you really are. But if you don't, you get lost in the game. And that's what these masterclasses are about. So while we're doing this, I have a list of questions that you guys have sent to me, and I'm here to answer some of your questions. So it's a whole page, so let's go one after another. But that takes me to my first question, which is, what does from you to real you really mean? And what inspired you to create this program? Very good question, of course. As I was just telling my observation about what's happening outside of my inner world that I've been focusing very much lately, and that's where the inspiration for this course comes from, my deep healing that I've done for the last 6 months. It was necessary, it pushed me to it. I didn't choose it, but I think I didn't choose it, but in fact we choose everything because we create everything around us. So it must be part of me that chose this, for me to say, stop, time for you, enough, let's go in. So that's what it was, and I'm very grateful for this process. So what I've learned in those last 6 months is what I'm sharing in these masterclasses. And that is how to come deeper and reach and touch and kiss and hug and love the real you. That's what this journey was about. And that's what we are talking in these masterclasses. I will give you a little bit more of a picture, and I'm going to talk much more about it, and I will go through the questions because it actually answers much more. But that's the inspiration, and that's what we are figuring out, how to get closer to you, the real you. Because the real you, if you imagine, it's like the bigger picture, and the you, it's what the bigger picture, the real you, created. An avatar, a personality, somebody to play with in this world of 3D. So the real you knows everything, but it puts you out there in the little Maya, the name, the personality, creates all of this, creates all the actors and all the movie and all the scenarios in order, why? To keep coming back to finding out that road to real you. So it keeps, play the game because it's fun, but don't get hooked on it. But what we do get hooked on it. So let's say something happens, we say good or bad. Bad, oh my God. React. That reaction is going further and further from who you really are. So you keep forgetting and forgetting who you really are. But if you don't react, you keep remembering and reminding yourself who you really are. So play the game and have fun, but don't get so hooked about that personality that you create. And this is the you and real you game that we always play. So Another question is, how does the masterclass actually work? Do I follow at my own pace, or do we go together as a group? Yes, so I've created different groups. So for these 3 months, we have a group that started in July, then we have a group in August, and we have a group in September. It's very small groups. I only want to take small groups because then we're going to combine all of them at the end. But we only work with a certain group on a certain month. So that way I have more of a one-on-one situation and conversation with all of you who sign up for that group. So it works together as a group because the group consciousness has such a powerful energy. We motivate each other. Because you know what happens, people like, oh, they're excited, they do some courses and then they stop and then, oh, there's nobody to motivate and they just kind of whiz down and then don't do anything. And that's what I've been discovering, more and more people telling me. So that's why we need that group consciousness. It holds the energy. It finds you accountable one to each other. We start doing sadhana together. We start doing things together. And then we have, actually yesterday we had a beautiful class, many hours together with the whole group. Beautiful meditations. I got them through lots of new discoveries as I'm talking about, and a little technique that we created for how to deal with these emotional charges that happen in our life. We don't sort it out and then they're hanging there and they're stuck in our body creating disease. So that's why I've learned this little way of, and it can only take 10-20 minutes, it can take whatever time you want, but it's a short, quick, express integration of the unintegrated emotional charge. The charge we have to deal with it. As I said, play the game, but play it for fun, not that hook to it. So then you see emotions coming around, but you notice them, you don't react to it. So these are the kind of things that we're gonna talk about more and more. And then we have a group also, and then we have one-on-one. So that's why I wanted smaller groups, so that each person can have time with me. And they will go through that process again, and whatever they understood or they didn't understand, we go through it. So the first couple of weeks, I leave you alone to get familiar with the material. We give you 200 hours and plus more materials, all the videos and everything, my talks and inspirational quotes and everything that I've done. It's a lot of material you have for life. And so you get familiar, start doing some exercises, whatever you feel like you need for like a couple of weeks, and then we get in a group together, we meet each other, and then one-on-one. So that's how it looks. Why do you say this isn't a course but a ceremony? Yes, because I'm kind of like done with this do, go, go, exam, stress. Let's pull back and exactly, as I was saying, this was meant to be fun and enjoyable game, not stressful and, you know, more exams and more things like that. So I don't want to see it as a course. I want to see it as celebration of life. It's playing, having fun. That's what it is, inspiration. That's what I want to see from this. So it's not a course. We don't need to exam. You don't need anything. You do it whatever you want to do, to make out of it. You make of it. So it's like not... You don't have to follow classes. You don't have to follow like every weekend you have to come back and then you have to learn and study for the exam. None of that. Just relax, enjoy, play the game as much as you want to. So yes, it's a ceremony. It's not a course. No more courses anymore. What is, who is it for? Who is it for? Anybody who wants to get closer to itself, to themselves inside. Anybody who had enough of playing the game, exhausted from the game, because you react to it and you have more and more samskaras like tight in you and more karma building instead of getting rid of. And as I said, where is the fun in all of this? Why did we come here? So the souls, the real you, created us to play the game, but to have fun. It's like a video games, right? But not it's to enjoy. Really, everything that I've learned for this last 6 months is like, laugh more. Why are you taking it so seriously? This is so much more fun if you let it be fun. So yes, it's for everybody. Do I need any experience in yoga or meditation? As I said, no. You can get familiar with all the classes. I give you so much material. You can pick and choose. We go together. You can ask me questions. I'm available for you. And that's the main important thing here in this course. I'm there. We have WhatsApp groups. You can ask me anything. So you don't have to be, if you're a complete beginner. I said, if I'm a complete beginner, can I still join? Yes. As I said, I will guide you through it. You have lots of materials and you can start. Will this be available if I already teach or practice yoga? Yeah. If they are. Will this be valuable if I already teach or practice yoga? Yes. If you already have the practice of the yoga and you know the tools, you see, this is the thing with the yoga. It gives us a lot of tools to cope. It's our coping mechanism. It's much higher. But then we forget and we get lost in it because we haven't sorted out the issue. The issue keeps coming back. It's reoccurring. That has to make you feel, wait a minute, why is this coming back? I have the tools. I can breathe. I can hit myself mantra. Oh, I can feel better. But that's not sorting out the issue. I'm only just coping with it better. So that's the little, kind of have to think about it. It's a little warning because yoga is fantastic, but we need both. We need to understand that yoga gives you coping. Of course, it's very good to learn the mechanism of coping and breathing. Of course, that's all fantastic. Because sometimes you can't deal with big issue very quickly. And you need to feel better before you start dealing with some issues. And that's why yoga comes absolutely fantastic. So if you are practicing already, that's all great. But learn these new techniques and new things that I'm teaching in the masterclasses to take you further and to combine the two, the coping, the yoga, the breathing, and this, how to deal with the issues. So is this program only for women or can men join too? Of course men can join. We love men. Please do. What kind of changes can I expect if I join? It varies from person to person. Everybody's different. Whatever you are dealing with, wherever you are on your journey, that's where you start and then you go further and deeper. So anything can happen. What to expect? You can be feeling amazing straight away, or you can go through a little bit of patch to understand what is going on. It all depends where you are on your journey. But as I said, rest assured, I'm there to help you. I'm behind it all, and you can ask me any questions anytime. How will this help me in my daily life with stress, family, or work? You apply this technique. As I said, it could take 10 minutes. Once you get into it and you learn it, and it's very short time. It's not a big, complicated thing at all. So once you learn it, you use it anytime. Anytime you have an issue coming or reoccurring or something, the same thing that's coming back, you just go for the technique. Immediately you can get to it. And release that emotional charge. More release you do, better and better you'll start feeling, and more you will be action and inspired in your life, in your work, in your no more stress. All of this energy that is stuck in our cells causes stress. So when you start releasing it, you feel empty, you feel free, you feel, it's actually freedom. That's how you're gonna find much better day-to-day living. What do people usually feel after going through the masterclasses? Well, you can ask any of the group, anybody from the group. If you want to ask and talk directly to them, please do. We'll just ask me here, send me a question, and we'll put you in touch with anybody from the group, and they can explain to you how they feel firsthand. I don't have to tell you, but I can see how people are dealing. Yesterday we had these classes. I was saying, it was amazing. They were just like, oh my God, I feel like tons of me has shifted. Because actually there was another question here. Do I need, can this practice helps my weight? I feel like a stranger in my own body. Yes, weight is definitely, because you know what? We release the weight from here. We release the weight from the heart. The mind and the heart start linking together finally, and they will be like, wow, the weight and the heaviness that we hold in our body It's because the weight has not been sorted out. It's metaphorically, but it is the weight from the head. Once you sort out all the issues, all the emotional charges, the big heavy energy sitting in your body, making you collect and collect more, which is actually can transform your body in a different ways and shapes, because here the transformation has to happen. So yes, it definitely will help you with diet. We talk about diet. I have so much material in the 200 hours that we are sending you. You can read about it, you can get educated, and also by dealing with these issues, you will deal with your, because putting on weight is issue, it's a mental, emotional issue. So we'll work on that too. So yes, that will help you. How do I access all the videos and materials? Everything will be sent to you. Don't worry, send us your email, everything will be sent. And as I said, if you have any problems with it, just let us know. But what exactly do I receive when I sign up? So you receive, as I said, all the materials, more than 200 hours. When you sign up, then immediately you get connected to that group. You have WhatsApp, we have a class together, we meet each other, and then one-on-one. So as I said, and I repeat myself, but you get all of this. So you get familiar with the program, and then we start together. How much time per week do I need to dedicate? Up to you. As I said, it's not a course. You don't have to follow every weekend coming a certain time. You don't have to follow any protocol. No more do. Just free yourself and do whatever you need to do with this course. You decide. But you have me to ask questions if you need to. Can I join later if I miss the start date? Absolutely. This is exactly. It's not, if you do it within that month, because as I said, I'm preparing different groups. July, August, September. These are the 3 groups I'm working at the moment. So as long as you join within that group, so that within that month, so that you meet that group. So if it's 2 weeks later or 3 weeks later, as long as it's in that month, it's okay. How do you return to yourself when you feel overwhelmed? I mean, that's the same thing, the diet. I told you about diet. Okay, so there are many more questions, but I think, I don't want to overwhelm you, but I think I've said enough, and I repeat it a few times, all sorts of things of what you're going to get. If you have any questions and anything, just let me know. Let me see any questions. So everybody, thank you. Oh, lots of hearts, and thank you. What is my zodiac sign? I'm Aries. What else? Oh, my outfit. Oh, okay. Well, let's talk about my outfit. I got this shirt because of the sleeves. And I don't know, I kind of grunge it up with some kind of funky big trousers, and then I have a sandals on top on the bottom. So it's kind of a grunge mix. I don't know, I get these people. If you write me, individually, I can give you the labels and stuff, but you know me, I put together things as it goes. So girls and boys, I want to say hello and very nice to see you all. If there's any questions, I'm just looking. Yes, if, as I said, the next group is starting in a few days, next week, 1st of August. As I said, if you miss that date, you can just start whatever within that month. Let us know. Any questions? Just write us. All right, Satnam.